We are not damaged, we are not broken, and we are not sick. We are just people who have to live a little differently. Hey my treasures, it's Sirena, and before I get started, I just wanted to thank all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting me. Honestly, you really have no idea how much it makes my day when I get the email notification that I've got a new subscriber. It's an incredible feeling, so thank you so much for supporting me. I know it can be difficult to support a new YouTuber because you're not really sure what they're going to bring to the platform, and all I can say is that I hope I bring content to you guys that you find enjoyable. This week I'm going to be doing something a bit fun. I'm going to be answering the VIP tag created by Chatty Chelby, and I will be linking her channel below if you want to go visit her there. And it's a really interesting tag, and it does involve blindness, so I figured I would have some fun with it and post it here, and yeah, let's just do this. Alright, I've got my computer here, my trusty brick of a repurposed Windows laptop that has Chromium on it, so now it's actually a Chromebook, though it doesn't do everything a Chromebook should do because it is a knockoff, but hey, it'll do what it has to do for this video. Oh, and this video has not been pay edited. My amazing editor, Brendan, is incredible. You should totally check him out. I'll link his information below, but I can't afford to pay to have every one of my videos edited. So you guys will just have to deal with my editing. It's not as sophisticated, but at least it gets done. So, all right, let's get started. 1. What medical condition caused you to be blind or visually impaired? My medical condition is called Leber's congenital amaurosis. It's a degenerative retinal eye condition, and mine is marked by scarred retinas, and I only have peripheral vision. So while I'm looking toward my camera, I can see that I have my ring lights mounted below it, but I can't actually see what is in front of me. Like, if I want to actually try to look at something, I have to turn my head this way, or this way, but usually this way. My right eye is, or used to be, my strongest eye. My left eye can see more clearly now, but I'm still used to using my right eye when it comes to using my vision. So yes, Leber's congenital amaurosis. 2. In 3 words, describe your vision. Indistinct, unreliable, and helpful. I know that kind of seems like an oxymoron, but it's unreliable in a lot of situations, especially bright situations. Other conditions can really make a difference in how my vision behaves. But it is reliable in a lot of instances, especially instances that are high contrast instances. For example, if I'm walking along a pale sidewalk, I can see the contrast between the sidewalk and the grass. Or if it has snowed, like it's been doing a lot lately here, I can see, when they actually shovel the sidewalks, I can see the contrast between the bright white snow and the darker shade of the sidewalk. So it can be helpful in those situations. 3. What is the hardest thing to do being blind or visually impaired? I would say having the freedom to get up and go. For example, if I wanted to go and see a school play, recently there was a middle school that put on a play, and I thought I might want to take my daughter to it. But I couldn't get there because they didn't put out the notice soon enough, so there wasn't any time to schedule a bus ride, and I can't always afford an Uber or a Lyft. So it's much harder to just get up and go. Or if I just want to go to the mall one day, I can't do that. Because even if I could get there, it's a matter of navigating the mall. I could use Aira for that, but sometimes I might not have minutes, or there's a lot of planning that goes into going out when you can't see. There's a lot of planning that goes into everything. You have to keep routes in mind if you want to go somewhere. Like if I wanted to go to the grocery store, I have to keep in mind, okay, is this a good day to walk this route? Because, I can't walk it in the snow. I can't walk it in severe rain because things change, landmarks change. The feedback my cane gives me when I'm using it on the sidewalk and shorelining the edge of the sidewalk. Everything changes when it's raining, when it's snowing. So I have to keep in mind, am I going to recognize this route in severe weather conditions? There's no freedom to just get up and go when I want to go, where I want to go, if it's a new area, and it can be really overwhelming. So I can't just get up and go to a new place. I always have to scope something out beforehand, and it can be hard, it can be annoying, it can be difficult, but I would say it's just not having that freedom. That's hard. 4, what is the best part about being blind or visually impaired? And I'm sorry if the lighting just got a lot worse. Some of my ring lights have just gone out, so I think they need charging. So if this lighting has just gotten super terrible, I will fix that and probably end up re-recording this video, but I'll keep going for now. What is the best part about being visually impaired? I love that this is on here because, it's very funny. I'm going to do a video about this in the future, but I was just recently asked by a 13-year-old what the best part about being visually impaired was. And it was a really poignant question for me because I've been asked tons of questions. I've been asked how I put my clothes on when I can't see. I've been asked if I know sign language. I've been asked what the worst part about being blind is. But I've never been asked what the best part about being blind is or what I love most about it. So it's interesting to see this question on here too. I have to say the best part about being blind and visually impaired, and I will try not to ramble about this, is that I can't make snap judgments about people. My vision forces me to look deeper. It forces me to see people for who they are beyond the immediate physical. I don't get those snapshot reactions. I can't look at somebody and go, oh, her hair's too frizzy, or she's a little overweight, or his shirt has an odd pattern, or, oh, I don't like the pimples that she has on her nose. And a lot of sighted people look at people, make those snap judgments, and I honestly don't even think you guys intend to. Not everyone does this, but a lot of sighted people do. I don't think it's intentional. I think if you have lived getting visual feedback your entire life, you can't stop what that makes you think about people. Because appearance, we live in a society where appearance does matter. So I am lucky, I believe, that I can't make those snap judgment calls. I have to look deeper. I have to look at who a person is inside. There are so many times in my life where I've seen snap judgments being made and sighted people thinking that this person isn't someone who's worth getting to know because they look different. And sometimes they're really amazing people that have been overlooked because they didn't fit society's stereotype of what is attractive or what is fashionably acceptable. So I think that is a positive for me. I can't do that. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm very happy that I'm forced not to. 5, what question do you get asked most about or because of your vision? Probably, do you live alone? Or who takes care of you? I live alone. Nobody takes care of me. Surprise, I have a child. I take care of her. 6, do you have a cane, a guide dog, or neither? Right now, I have a cane. It's a really boring cane, and I need a new tip on it. My tip is broken already. But I just have a cane. I have had a guide dog. His name was Tony. I'll insert a picture here. Yep, that was my boy. He retired in 2014, and I'm in the process of applying for a new guide dog, and we will see how that goes. But yeah, right now I'm a cane user, and I've been a cane user for years now. So 7, what is one piece of advice you would give to somebody who has lost or is losing their sight? I am so sorry. I read that so badly, but yeah, you get the gist. What is one piece of advice I would give to somebody who has lost or is losing their sight? I would have to say, because I have never had full sight. I've always been legally blind. I had a lot better sight when I was a child, though. I lost my vision the year I turned 14 after cataract surgery that didn't do what it was supposed to do. The cataract surgery was a success. Wow, sorry. The cataract surgery was a success. They got the cataracts out, they implanted artificial lenses in my eyes, but it just didn't work. It honestly just made things so much worse, and all that extra vision that I had, it was just gone. And so I just went from being able to see things, and it had gotten worse over the years. It steadily declined, but it went from like a very slow, a very steady decline to just a plummet into blindness. So I can sympathize. And I would say you have to let yourself feel that loss. And to find one person that will stand by you through it all, if you can find that one person will make so much of a difference. A lot of my family just didn't understand. Blind was blind to them, and they didn't understand that there were definitely different levels of blind. It was just, you're blind. I mean, what's the difference? Well, there was a really big difference for me. But there was always that one person. My VI teacher, Linda, she's like a second mother to me, honestly, now at this point. But she stuck by me, and she understood. I don't know, she's always understood. And I think if you have that one person that'll just hold you up when things are going crazy, you can handle anything. Even knowing that, let yourself feel it. Let yourself go through that grieving process. Let yourself accept the new you, but that does not mean you can't grieve what you've lost. You're allowed, so feel it. What is one piece of advice you would give to a sighted person about interacting with a blind person? Please don't touch us unless we give you permission. I have been in a lot of situations where a sighted person assumed I needed help and would run over and grab me by the arm or grab me by the shoulders. I don't like it. I've been through a lot in my life, and I don't like being grabbed. I don't like being touched. You wouldn't do that to a sighted person. Don't do it to a blind person. We are people. We have boundaries. We have triggers. There are things that make us uncomfortable. And for many a blind person, having a stranger run up to you and grab you is not only horrendously rude and disrespectful and triggering in some instances, but it can be really frightening. If you were standing at a street corner or something and some random person ran up and grabbed you, you would think you were getting abducted or something. Especially if they grab you and then start dragging you, which has also happened. They'll drag me, oh, well, I'm just helping you. I'm like, no, you're freaking me out. Don't do that. So yeah, please ask if a blind person needs help. Ask if you can take their arm. They will probably say no and take yours, sighted guide, but just please don't run up and grab somebody. Don't do that to anybody, but definitely don't do it to someone that can't see you coming. 9, why did you join YouTube? I joined YouTube because I wanted to make a difference. I know there are a lot of motivational speakers and a lot of blind YouTubers, and I think that is amazing. So perhaps I'm not breaking new ground, but I think everybody has a story, and everybody's story is different. No two stories are going to be the same. So even if you have similar stories and similar people in the sense, you know, they have similar interests and similar likes, that is the same thing, Rena. Yeah, sorry. I mean, they're not going to be the same. Everyone has a story to tell, and I wanted to tell mine. I wanted to be a role model. I want to enlighten those who might not know what being blind is like or what living with a disability is like. I want to educate. I want to be there for people. I want to answer questions. I want people to know, hey, there's somebody else out there that you can come to with your questions. I want to be there for blind parents as well. I know there are a lot of blind parents that have had their children taken away from them because they can't see. I want to enlighten the world that, you know, blind parents can do it. I want to tell this to blind parents. I want to tell this to sighted individuals. There is so much that we can do as blind individuals. We are not damaged. We are not broken. And we are not sick. We are just people who have to live a little differently. 10, name 3 people to do this tag next. I cannot honestly think of any at the moment. Yesterday's wishes, I don't think she's done it, but I wouldn't know. I haven't looked through all her videos yet. I will have to do that. I would have to say that she's the only one I can think of. I don't know of tons of blind people on YouTube yet. I will link 3 people below if I can find them. But if not, Lucy, yesterday's wishes, you are incredible. Tag, you're it. Sorry. Okay, well, I think it's done. I thought there were 15 questions on this thing, but there were only 10. So, yeah, yay me, go me. So, that is it for this week, and next week I will be back with another video. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love you all. You seriously make my day. I can't even begin to describe. It's an incredible feeling. So, I will be back soon, and until then, I bid you all a fond adieu. Bye!